Hey everyone, it's T here. In today's video, we're going to be installing a new tail light on my 2003 DYNA Superglide FXD. I went with a tinted low-profile tail light, purchased on Amazon for probably in the range $25-50. Now there's nothing wrong with the stock light, works great, but planning a bike trip up to Gettysburg for a couple days and I want the extra cargo space. Now what does that have to do with a new tail light? I purchased the Viking saddlebags with the hard mounts, similar to what Fashion Supply runs, if some of you are familiar with that brand. And in order to do that on this year DYNA, you have to either delete your turn signals altogether or you have to relocate them. Now, I don't want to delete them for obvious reasons, and I don't want to rewire them because I've got no experience in that. Okay. That being said, I'm hoping this is going to be my solution. With this, the turn signal should be integrated into the rear tail light. And I also think it might look a little better. So, that being said, we're going to install this today and hopefully give you guys a little breakdown on how to do it if you decide to purchase this product or something similar and go for it yourselves. So a quick update here. I was thinking I was going to be able to, once you disconnect these and unplug them from this, you'd be able to just to pull the wire through, which for the most part I did, but the problem now is that once you get to the actual hole here that the wires are fed through, the actual plug right here will not fit through the hole. So, got to figure something else out. I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and fully plug up the new light, and if everything works good, turn signals work good, no hyper flashing, then I'll go ahead and leave it, and then I'll probably just cut this. That way I can get rid of the cords. Aside from that, let's keep on moving. went ahead and cut off the plugs on the end of the turn signals. I didn't want to, but I wasn't able to depin these for whatever reason on either side, and they wouldn't fit through this hole. As you can see here, that's not going to happen. So I believe on the newer dynas, you probably won't have a problem pulling that straight through, as I've seen in videos before. But of course, I figured out that it's not going to work for what I have. Okay. They make plates to cover these holes up, I guess to help with water from getting in and help prevent rusting and other debris. However, the hard mounts I plan on using to mount the Viking saddlebags, this is going to be one of the mounting points. So I'm just going to go ahead and tidy up the tail light since I know everything works. I've already got the battery reconnected, so I tested the light. And the next day I come to work on it, we're going to go ahead and have this already clear, so that way I don't have to worry about taking off any more screws or bolts, and I can use the hardware that came in the package, hopefully, fingers crossed, and go ahead and mount them up right here. Alright, so I've wiped down the inside of the housing. I went ahead and taped up some of the wires just to clean it up, make it easier for everything to get packed back in. When I go ahead and install this, I am going to use a little bit of Loctite on screws. Never hurts to play it safe. Jesus Christ. Alright, so as I was doing the final bolt up on the tail light, ran into two issues. One of them being the gasket doesn't look like it's fitting as perfect as it should, which $25 headlight, you're going to have shit like this. The other issue is the screws are too long. Obviously, the housing or the chrome plate that goes on top of it sticks out substantially farther because this is a low profile. The stock one was not. And I think so they're about 3 inches long, the stock screws for the tail light. So I need to go ahead and find, I think about an inch would do the trick. Inch screws. I'm seeing a bunch online. I'm really trying to get this done today. So I think I'm going to head out, try to hit a couple hardware stores, see if I can match up the screw, and then go. All right, so we went to the store, found some hardware. I just took the one with me, the stock one with me, to try to get the right size. Found a nut in the shop that fit it. Went around until I found the exact same size that nut would fit on. That looked to be the right length for what I was looking for. I got about 4 different variations in terms of length. Got lucky. One of the variations worked out. Now, some of the things I wasn't happy with in terms of the product was the gasket itself didn't seem like it was getting a good seal. And the board that the LED lights feed off of, or that they are on, is kind of concerned about that getting wet if I get caught in the rain or whatever it may be, or even just moisture. So in order to fix that problem, I'm going to do the same thing I've done before on cheaper style housings and headlights for vehicles. Take a little silicone, run it around the edges, just to ensure that it's sealed up. Make sure, because the gap doesn't look bad. It's not a bad looking gap. It doesn't look like the light's not supposed to be on the bike, but it's more so just for peace of mind. Now, when this thing goes bad, I'll replace it. Like I said, $25 headlight, but it allows me to get what I need accomplished, so I can go ahead and get these batteries on the bike and get ready for this trip to Gettysburg. So, another thing I didn't like, the plastic does seem a little brittle. It feels like a $25 piece of plastic. So, tightening up the screws to try to get that good seal, I felt like the plastic was going to get damaged or start to feel cracked. So, I found some old bicycle handles I had, the grips, and they have little holes in the side of them. It's perfect size for the screw I found to go through, and I just cut around it like it's its own little like rubber washer almost to kind of alleviate that pressure on the plastic. So we put those on there. I'm gonna go ahead and seal this thing up with some silicone, some clear silicone, and yeah, we should see. I tried to put the old gasket on with the
with the new gasket, but the new gasket's pretty shot and it's really dirty, and I think that I would have the same worry that I would with this new one. So we're going to see how this does. All right, we're going to get to it. Alright guys, so we are finished. The tail light is fully installed. I think it looks pretty good, especially for $22. Had to make a couple alterations here and there. Speaking of which, the little rubber idea I had as a rubber washer from the bicycle handlebar grips, don't do that, bad idea. It folded right off as soon as you tighten down, but the plastic seems to be holding up fine. I've snugged it down. Use some Loctite, and hopefully the silicone provides a good seal for us, but we'll know the first time that it rains or it gets some moisture in there how long this light's going to hold up. So nonetheless, I'm going to go ahead and cut to it and show you guys a little before and after montage of what it looks like now.